Hello everyone, this is Darwell20 and welcome to episode 49 of FTB Interactions. So today I did a couple things between episodes, nothing too major, but I want to spend a few minutes showing you what I worked on. Did some mining, obviously, as you can tell by my jackhammer being most broken. I also was like, let's try out this ore octupling process. So hey, quest complete, yay. Octuple your ores with magic and electricity. That is exciting, I agree. That was that one. So I guess this quest didn't have any rewards. Is that right? There it is. Yes. No, it had floating bellthorn. Ooh, those are nice. That's a nice reward. I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take a floating bellthorn. That's super nice. I'm gonna go put that outside. I'm pretty sure that's the one that harms mobs with mana from Botania. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, just decided to try out that ore octupling thing because I had another stack of iron I hadn't processed and I've been getting a little bit low on iron. So yeah, this should be making lots of native iron clusters. We should get 4 stacks of native iron clusters from that, 1 stack, and then those 4 stacks will turn into 8 stacks of iron dust that we can then process. So that'll be cool. Things I did between episodes. Number 1, I set up this drawer system up here. Look how fancy that is. Long story short, I did a similar system to what we did upstairs, where we have a provider module so that these items in these barrels are provided to the logistics network, and then I also did a polymorphic item sync, and you can see items flowing into them right from over here. This guy is very straightforward. I've got an items to keep in stocked clay going into the macerator. Then it's automatically dumping that clay into the adjacent electrolyzer. And the electrolyzer is slowly but surely, because it does take a while, processing that stuff. And I'll just show you here. Once it's done processing, boom, and then the water goes into a trash can, and then the items flow where they belong. And I also threw void upgrades on these guys because I figured that was the best way to handle the fact that we will eventually backstuff this machine. Just let it void and let it keep running. Because in fairness, all of this is running off Steam, of which we have a literally infinite amount, right? So I'm not gonna sweat the wasting of this machine running when it doesn't need to anymore. Maybe I'll turn it off manually at some point, but you get the idea. So that's cool. That was neat. That was something I worked on between episodes. The other thing I worked on was improving this setup. Check this bad boy out. Ho ho ho, what do we got over here? In case you guys forget, because I usually do, Liquid Starlight has a really cool feature. You know how water can make a cobble gen with lava? Well, Liquid Starlight can make a sand gen with lava. And when Liquid Starlight and lava meet each other, they make sand. Like that. Ta-da! So what I set up is an automatic shutoff valve for that. So over here, I've got my clay barrel that we set up, right? And basically, it's emitting a redstone comparator signal, and then once the signal's strong enough, it activates the repeater, and then the repeater activates the piston. Cool? So as we take clay out of here, for example, see? And then when we put clay back in, it goes back off. So pretty neat, right? And a couple pieces of clay might be getting broken there, but I'm not going to sweat that too much. Hey, you should have reactivated, by the way. Oh, no, there it goes. Yeah, no, it just went. So as a reminder, we're using a healthy amount of clay. Like every operation here is, I forget how much clay it is in the electrolyzer. It's 13 clay per operation to get those dusts. But we're basically making ourselves an infinite amount of silicon, sodium, lithium, and aluminum dust, by the way. I'm just saying. So hello, aluminum. Got lots of that now. So pretty exciting, I think. So that means we have pretty much all the silicon we need. And that was one of the big things that we were missing out on. So our next step now is to start actually building the automation to make these integrated processors. So I think that's what I'm going to want to do. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to want to do. That is what I'm going to want to do. So we're going to have to figure out molten tin a little bit for this assembler setup that we've got here. So we've got the extruder, we've got the assembly machine. I'm probably going to wind up moving this assembly machine. And I might put him on the end of the line down here. We'll see. But basically, if this is my assembly machine that's going to make integrated circuits, right, we're going to want molten tin. He will be used for a few things, it seems. So that's good times, right? And he's going to be used for a lot of things in the future, right? Some higher tier voltage stuff, but the gist is going to be this, right? Anything else that molten tin is going to be used for? Not for a while. Not until we get into assembly lines. That's going to be, whew, that's going to be expensive. But, we'll be fine. So basically, let's move our advanced assembly machine down to this line. Yeah. And we will be building some unrouted logistics pipes, at least for now, until we get more machines added here, right? And we can have a logistics chassis in here. I'm probably going to want at least logistics chassis Mark IV, which I have a few of, right? And that guy's going to go in here. And then we also want, we're going to want a melter, right, to get the molten tin. So in order to get molten tin, we want a fluid extractor would probably be your best bet. So we're going to want an MV extractor because it's on an MV line. So let's get that ready. So advanced fluid extractor. I might need to make, wow, that's a lot of things I don't have. Holy cow. Why do you even need black carpet? There should be nothing you need black carpet for. You should not need black carpet. Stop telling me you need black carpet. That is a lie, sir. But we'll be fine. Can you make this? Hammer, copper ingot, and wrench. Oh, you know what? We're low on copper, are we? Okay. Looks like I got a little bit of ore processing to do once again. So I think I've got a healthy amount of copper ore in here. So I'll go ahead and starlight that. Liquid starlight it up. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab... Can I do this? I forget. Oh, yeah, I can. Nice. Loving it. Cool. I'm going to let that process. I'll come back in a minute once I've got the copper I need for this. At the very least, I should be able to run this through here. And we can also check in on this bad boy to make sure that we got all... Yeah, that's what's up. Native iron clusters times 4. So that'll be 8 stacks of iron right there from the 1 stack of iron ore that we processed. But I need copper more desperately, so I'm going to go process that. So let me craft the liquid thingy doohickey, and we'll be right back. Hooray! Request successful. All right, now back in a minute after I'm done crafting it all. Look at that long list of things. Boy, let me tell you how I can't wait until these good electronic circuits are no longer needed and we can use the integrated circuits. Like, this is the reason we're doing this, right? Because we can use either the good or the integrated. We're working towards making integrated because they are going to be way less effort, right? And going to be super easy by comparison. So, yay for that. So, hey, is that ready now? It is! Good. All right, cool. So, advanced fluid extractor, you're going to come down here. And you're going to be all like that, advanced fluid extractor. Cool. So, we're going to need a satellite pipe for you and a few other things. So, satellite logistics pipes, that'll be cool. Logistics chassis, that'll be cool. And then I think we're getting ready to be able to actually pull this off, which I'm super hyped about. We might want a pump, because I think we want a pump. I'm always fuzzy on whether I need a pump or not. People have said, like, you don't need a pump for that, but I've never gotten it to work without a pump. So I don't exactly know whether or not I need a pump. Long story short, I'm using a pump. Because they ain't super hard to make. What else? I think that's pretty good. So let's get ready to do all the things, right? So we're going to start the advanced assembly machine. Now, this might need to be a crafting manager, but we'll find out really quick if we need a crafting manager or not. And if we do, then we'll do it, right? So let's go in here. We're going to add our crafting module, and we're going to say, in order to make an integrated circuit, right, these are the things we need. These are the things we need. We need one... Let's actually just, I'm gonna like remove all this stuff for a minute and we will get this going. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 1, and then 2 of the rest. Okay, that's the gist. Now, can I pull from up here? No, I can't. Of course not. That would be too cool. So your integrated circuit is gonna go here. That's this dude, right? And then it's going to be, oh man, it would be so cool if I could do that. Central processing unit, right? And then plastic circuit board. And then fine red alloy wire times 2. And then SMD, transistor, capacitor, and resistor times 2 each. Cool. And then in the satellite, we're going to select the satellite pipe of this dude and he will be MV fluid extract 01. So in here, MV fluid extract 01, tin ingot times 1. And that should be cool. Now, this isn't going to work yet because there's a lot of other automations I need to get in place. And there's a few other things that I need to do in preparation for what I want to do. But we'll get to all that in a minute. Don't worry. I've got a plan for a lot of this, right? But if we do integrated circuits now, right, we should be able to request that. It's going to say, you're missing stuff, Direwolf. Obviously. Obviously, I'm missing stuff. So we have to add all that in. Right, so these guys are made where? In the MV assembler as well with polyethylene. Cool. So we're going to need another MV assembler to make these dudes, right? And I assume they are all made with polyethylene. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so should I do them as a different MV assembler or should I use the same MV assembler? I'm going to say probably a different one would be smart. Yeah, we should probably do that. So let's do an MV assembler. Well, that's a lot of crafting, isn't it? I believe it to be yes. Yeah, 53 copper, 2 diodes. Brutal. Not terrible, but a lot of crafting. Let's hold off on it. I did smelt up more copper, because I'm a good guy like that. But I do need more copper. I should probably be throwing another one of these into Liquid Starlight guy. Take a bath. Let's try it without. So over here, if I was going to do fluid satellite pipe. Let's get one of those. And if I wanted you to fluid satellite pipe into the back of this guy, would that be a problem for you? No, but what I would need would be like we have over here. Right? What did I have in this guy? I think it was a, yes, module upgrade module. And then that allows for fluid crafting upgrades. Cool. So let's get some modules that we can chisel. And we'll start this route, and then if we decide, you know, shortly that we want more, then we'll do more, right? Did you finish your guy yet? He's still working. Give him some time. So then over here, I should have a chisel on me. I didn't put it away, did I? I might have. Dire, please. Yeah, I'll just make a new one. I might have thrown it in here while... In between episodes, I was using it a lot, but I presume I just threw it in there when I was done with it. As per usual. All right, so the machine here, this dude, right, he's going to get... We're going to want 3 of these. We're going to want... Well, actually, 2 of them. So 1 of that, and then 2 of these will be fluid crafting upgrades, right? So you get this guy, module upgrade module. So now we have upgrade modules here. And then what we can do is we can put in here, here, and here. So we actually need 3 of these to be fluid crafting upgrades. Cool. And you guys are going to go there. Okay. And now the crafting pipe, the fluid satellite pipe, will go in the back of this bad boy. Boop. Yeah. It occurs to me, that shouldn't be a problem. If they touch, it doesn't really hurt anything, right? But there you go. So you're going to be MV assembler 01 satellite pipe. Okay. So now you are going to learn how to make SMD transistors, right? These craft 32 at a time, which is like a lot, right? And you need 288 millibuckets of polyethylene. In the MV fluid assembler, 288 millibuckets of polyethylene, right? And a gallium plate and fine annealed copper wire. So gallium plate, 1, and 6 fine annealed copper wire. There you go. So now, is that enough for me to ask for that? Do I have any fine annealed copper wire? I may or may not. I know I had a few because I accidentally made some. Yeah, I do. Okay, we'll teach you how to make this in a bit. We don't quite have that taught yet, but it shouldn't be bad. But if we now request an SMD transistor, we'll test Missing a gallium plate. So you need to learn how to make gallium plates in the bending machine that makes metal plates. Cool. So you would get a crafting gallium plates, right? In a metal bender from 1 ingot. Just double checking. Hey, boop. Okay. Now you might be missing a gallium ingot, but we're going to find out. Yep, we're missing a gallium ingot. So we have gallium dusts aplenty. So gallium ingots, are they just like normal smelting, or yes, they're just normal smelting from the dust. So what we can do is we can pop down here. That's the satellite, Hellfire 1. So we're going to throw a crafting module in here, and we'll say gallium dust equals gallium ingot, but the dust actually goes here in Hellfire 1. Cool. Now we should be able to do SMD transistor, right? And like we saw previously, what's going to happen is this guy is going to request everything he needs, including the proper amount of polyethylene. How cool is that? That is amazing. I love it. I love it a lot. So now it should be making its plate now, and then that plate's going to be making its way over here. Whoop. And it's going to craft the SMD transistors, and it'll make 32 of those that'll all get stored somewhere. And we'll have those for later, right? So that is not bad. So now we repeat the process with the other two, right? So if we want SMD, the yellow guys, right? Because we just made the orange ones. That was this. So the yellow guys also are 32 at a time. Those are 16 at a time. Okay. And they're going to be 36 millibuckets of polyethylene. Hey. In the MV assembler. No, 36. Okay. And then 4 thin polyvinyl colloid and 1 aluminum. So 1 aluminum foil and 4 thin polyvinyl chlorides. Polyvinyl chlorides times 4. Cool. And then for this dude, we're looking at fine electrum wire 4, carbon dust 1. Okay, and that's going to be SMD resistor, and that's 24. Okay, and that will be carbon dust, fine electrum wire, and 144. Carbon dust, 4 fine electrum wire, and 144 of polyethylene. Sweet. Okay, cool. So that's that process, right? Automating, getting those guys put together. So these 3 are done, with the exception of we may not really have what we need. Let's test. I'm sure we're missing something. Oh, we have enough of that. And you need aluminum foil and thin polyvinyl chlorides. So you need to learn how to make those dudes. So we have a second bending machine here. This is our foil one, right? So let's just, you know, add for here. Aluminum foil. 4 for 1 plate. And this is polyvinyl, thin polyvinyl foil thingy. And that is 4 for 1 plate. And you may or may not know how to make polyvinyl chloride plates yet. Well, we'll find out. I forget if I taught that one or not. I don't know. So now SMD yellow guy. Hey, it worked. Booyah! How cool is that? I love logistics pipes automation. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. It's super cool, and I super love it. It is just the best. Sweet. Booyah. And it is a very happy automation process. Cool. Okay. So those are some of the basics that we need, right? So I'm going to actually sort you guys away. You're done, right? Fine red alloy wire. If I want 2 of you, yes, it makes 1 and it gives me 1. So you actually know how to be crafted already. Plastic circuit boards, that's in a chemical reactor. And it's an LV chemical reactor, so it could be that. I don't know if I have an extra chemical reactor. Got that one. Let's do that on the MV tier. How long do you take to craft? 30 seconds at LV. So let's do MV. Let's do MV. That's fine. Because that'll be 15 seconds, right? MV, advanced chemical reactor. What I'm gonna do, in fact, mana, and we have unlimited LP, right? So I'm not gonna, and there you go, Bob's your uncle. That was more just me experimenting a little bit and testing that thing out. Let's put you in here for now, and then now we have an advanced chemical reactor that we can use. And you're gonna come down here, boop, and you're gonna be ready to make the plastic circuit boards. So you're gonna need, I'm gonna give you a logistics 2 for now, because I don't know how many, if we had to bump it up, we will. And give me like 2 more of these, because I'm going to need them for a minute. There's a thing I'm not auto-crafting yet, and I'm getting to, and you'll see why I'm waiting to the end to do this one. But your recipe, right, will be... now, you definitely also need a logistics doohickey, so we should do another chisel, and we will do one of these will be this one, the module upgrade, and one of these will be the fluid crafting upgrade. Cool. And then you're going to get the module upgrade module, and then you're going to get the fluid crafting upgrade module, right? And you need, in order to make plastic circuit boards, 125 millibuckets of sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid bucket. And you also need a fluid pipe. I forgot about that. Fluid satellite pipe. Give me one of them. That'll be a minute. While we're waiting, we'll get the rest of this programmed in. So you are going to be 1 polyethylene sheet and 1 copper foil. Polyethylene sheet. Copper foil. Okay, polyethylene sheet, copper foil. Makes the plastic circuit board. Cool. So now we just need the satellite pipe bit, and we should be a groovy. You almost done? Back in a sec. Okay, logistics fluid satellite pipe. This is going to be on this one, right? So that's going to be, it doesn't super matter how we connect that, but we'll do it that way. And this guy is MV assembler 1. This will be MV chemical reactor 1. Okay, and that means that you select MV chemical reactor 01, sulfuric acid, and it was 125, right? Yes, 125. Beautiful. So now plastic circuit boards should be a go. Let's make sure that that actually works. 1 copper foil, so we're gonna have to teach that guy over here. Pretty sure you know how this works, right? This is my foil guy, right? Yeah. I only did this 5 seconds ago, but still, copper plate equals copper foil times 4, I presume, right? Yes. And we should know already how to make copper plates. So, plastic circuit board is a go. Beautiful. Loving it. So he should be requesting a copper plate. So he's making copper plate. He's going to make the copper foils. Whee! And then the copper foils, one of them will come our way. Hello! Go down here and combine, because he got the fluid from the fluid satellite pipe. I love fluid crafting and logistics pipes. Have I said that enough? Probably not, but I'm going to say it again. And also, that's not that long. 5 seconds is not a terrible crafting time. However, I'm about to do something that will make me allowed to keep things in stock. That is our next big craft. So now we've got all the components except for the central processing unit. Now here's the trick with this guy. In order to make a CPU wafer, we'll get 8 central processing units from 1 CPU wafer. That's going to take a minute to cut. Ouch. And the CPU wafers is 1-to-1 with the wafer and the glass lens. That takes 45 seconds to laser engrave. Oof. And I guess we can also use diamond lenses, but I assume glass lens is how we're going to want to do this, right? And then wafers take Oh, 20 seconds, that's not bad. All we need is a monocrystalline silicon boule. How long does that take to craft? 450 seconds, oh my gosh. That is a long time. That is a super long time. So we're gonna do a thing that will allow us to keep these in stock rather than crafting on demand. Because the last thing I wanna do is say I need a circuit and have to wait 450 seconds, which by the way is pretty close to 8 minutes of real time to craft. So yeah, we'll be back in a minute. All right, so I'm pretty sure the laser lens here that we're gonna make. Hey, where did you go? Did you go in here? Yeah, you did. Okay, yeah, that's not what I meant for you to happen, but okay. Here you. And then fluid solidifier. Let's do a plate. Oh, hi Enderman, I hear you. Hello, Enderman. Goodbye, Enderman. No Endermans in my base. Thank you very much. I'm just I'm coming in, Dyer. We haven't had a feud for our entire lives. I'm just gonna come visit your house and see what you're doing. Not cool, Enderman. Not cool. Alright, so glass lens goes through a lathe. A lathe, a lathe, a lathe, a lathe. There you are. Bada bing, bada boop. And I don't think this lens gets eaten up. I think the lens is like the molds, where it's just like reused over and over again. So, yeah. So now you are configured to make wafers into CPU wafers, right? Because I don't think the lens gets eaten up. Not consumed in the process. Well, there you go. Dyer can read. So then we've got this made, and CPU wafers are made, right? So I automated this bit already, right? I'd said, like, you know, this is that, and I automated this is that. Now, the only other piece is the monocrystalline silicate, right? So let's go down to this dude. I don't think we've got you hooked up for automation yet, right? So what we should have is a chassis 4 and a satellite pipe to get y'all talking. Okay? So basically what you're going to do is you're going to go there, and your crafting module will say that monosilicon crystal is 32 silicon dust and a gallium dust, a tiny one. Right, so that and that. And he also needs program circuit 1, so let's get this guy crafted. To circuit 1. He's going to chill in there at all times. Okay. And that should be all she wrote. Now, as a reminder, we did validate that this blast furnace does need MV tier and does need 1784 Kelvin. He's at 1800 Kelvin, so we should be cool, right, in terms of temperaturing. You're doing all the craftings to make my satellite logistics pipe. We'll get there eventually. Everybody having fun yet? Absolutely. See why I was excited that logistics pipes is in the pack? Like, there's been a couple packs so far that I've played recently that had logistics pipes in them, but like it never felt like the right fit for me to use it. I'm very excited that it's in this one because it really is the right fit. It does all the things. It checks all the boxes. It's a super fun way of automating this stuff. So what we're going to have here is then an unrouted logistics pipe, and you, sir, will become a basic logistics pipe because you're about to be a juncture, right? And then we'll have our satellite pipe there, which should be getting close to, hey, it's done, yay. I tried to request a reservoir, and for some reason, it was never extracting it. I added it to this assembly machine, and so it's stuck. So next time I log out and log back in, we should be fine. All right, so you're going to be Blast 01. Save that dude. Then this guy can select Blast 01 select, and that looks groovy. Cool. Oh, and we should probably tell it that monocrystalline boule is the output, right? So one of these from 32 and one at 450 seconds. Now that's cool beans. However, how are we going to do that on demand? We're not. What we're going to do, I haven't decided exactly where I want this to live. Because I might want more of these guys, but I mean, it doesn't matter, right? I don't think it matters. So let's do that with a logistics chassis Mark II here. And what you're going to get is you're going to have two things in you. You're going to have a provider module, and you're also going to have an active supplier module, okay? And you guys are going to go in there. And the active supplier module, we're going to tell you, keep in stock the items that we need. I would like you to keep 64 central processing units in stock, okay? Let's make it 32. That should be enough, right? So he's like, boom, I just requested that. So what we should see happening is things happening up here. See all the sparkles? It's waiting for stuff. If we come over here, we should see him maybe cooking. If not, he will be soonish. So lots of sparkles is happening, right? You're all waiting for something. And I don't know if you'll show me what's actually on request there. I don't think it will. But this will hopefully do the thing. Right? I would think that he should say, hey, I need a monocrystalline Yahoo. So he'll do the thingy. Right? I think that's right. Gotta sleep through this night. The rain is annoying me. And by the time I get around to sleeping, it's going to be daytime, and then I can't sleep through it. Okay. So you should have on-demanded that. Actually, he's cutting something already. Did we have a monosilicon crystalline boule in our whatchamacallit? We might have. We might have already had one. Look, he's already carving up wafers. That's cool. So he's doing the job already. Did we already have a mono doohickey? We might have gotten one as a crest reward. It was a quest reward somewhere. So I don't know why we had one, but it looks like we had one. Because I think what he's doing is cutting it up already. Like, we already had wafers, apparently. Right? So he's making it all. So that's cool. See, look, he's already carving up his CPU wafers. He's lasering it up. He's carving it up. Or maybe we didn't already have a monosilicon, but maybe we had wafers? Yes, we got wafers for doing a craft. Okay, that's cool. If I snag you, does that quest complete something? No, not necessarily. We got wafers for doing a craft. So that's what happened. We already had wafers on hand. That's awesome. So what it's going to do now is it's automatically going to keep in stock 32 of these central processing units. So even though they take a really long time to craft, we'll keep 32 in stock. And every time I go to make a new one, it's going to get more automatically so that they'll always be there and ready for us. And we can use this system to do more of that, right? We can do more keep in stock kind of stuff. So we'll teach it how to craft on demand, but then we'll use the keep in stock mechanic of the active supplier module to say, hey, always keep 32 of these, or always keep 10, or always keep whatever number you want to pick, right? And that would be a cool way to make sure that it's available on demand for crafting. Because as we get deeper into this mod pack, I suspect we're going to have lots and lots of situations where some things take a really long time to craft. So it would be smarter of us to keep them in supply rather than crafting them on demand, right? Because as you can see, even without the 452nd of the monocrystalline boule thingy, this is a really long crafting time, right? Like, everything has taken a while to make, right? The cutting machine, this guy takes, a minute, a full minute to cut that, right? Yeah, and that's at whatever tier. I think it is MV tier, right? Is that require? Is it it's a minute at MV tier even, right? So it would be faster if we were doing distilled water or lubricant, but no thanks. I'll do that later at some point, whenever I get into oil processing. But how cool is that? I really think that's going to be awesome for us, right? Keeping those CPUs in stock. And what it'll do, let's see how many wafers we actually have. So we've got 12 more wafers. So we got them as some kind of quest reward. So when we run out of those wafers, right, we will get into the monocrystalline silicon boules. But that means that as it stands right now, I can now request a circuit, right? I can request the good one, this one. Integrated circuit. Didn't we teach you already how to make, or no? I thought we did. I thought we did that down here. Integrated circuit. Yes, you should know how to craft that. Oh, it's an integrated processor. That's why I looked up the wrong word. But yes, in theory, you should be able to make like 4 of those, right? And what it's going to do is it's going to satellite pipe it for the tin. See, look, it's getting the central processing units. The tin's doing the liquid thingy. Did I not add my pump? I got a pump. Pump that side, please. And now you're doing your stuffs. How cool, how cool, how cool is that? And you're making the circuit boards that we need. I might do circuit boards keep in stock. We'll see. I mean, I might even do integrated circuits keep in stock. We'll see. I mean, if there's things that we find we're needing a lot of, it would make sense to keep it in stock so that we don't need to sit there and wait for the craft to happen. right? And that will absolutely be smart for us to do. So over time, that keep in stock system will absolutely expand, and we'll probably wind up doing like a Mark IV chassis on the top here rather than just a Mark II, and that'll give us more active supplier modules, because each module can keep 9 types of items in stock, so we'll probably want multiples of those, right? But, yeah, time goes by, we'll do more. The long and the short of it is, we just made a pretty stinking cool thing. So what I want to do is come in here and remember which one of you guys was the really expensive and stupid processor. Right? That's the question that I've got. What are you and why are you red? Do I want to know why you're red? Probably not. But why are you red? You have no reason to be red. This one, good electronic processor. We don't want to make those no more. Right? We don't want to make those no more. We only want to use integrated processors, because pretty much anything that can use the good electronic can, or dictionary with integrated, right? And this is how GregTech processors work. And as a reminder, there's a whole quest chapter on this that shows you. So in the MV age, these are equivalent to these, right? And I want to say these guys might be equivalent, right? So these two are equivalent. And then these two are equivalent. And then these two are equivalent, and then these two, and then these two, and you get the idea, right? So kind of, sort of, I like semi-remember this. But we should get some pizza for making this, and I will take the pizza, thank you. Quest complete! Yay, pizza. I will absolutely eat some giant pizza. Delicious. Alright, so, I'm going to call that wrapping up point. Direwolf20 signing off. So I've removed the ability to autocraft the bad circuits. What'll happen is next time I go to make something, it's going to be like, hey, Dire, you don't have that circuit, and I'll have to go update the recipe. Not a big deal. All right, guys. Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the rest of the episode. For now, take it easy.